Okay, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, our parliamentarians are health conscious. They like to have boiled vegetables. And the first item I present on this Newshour debate tonight, boiled vegetables, for which a subsidy of 534.6% is available for our honourable members of parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, boiled vegetables, item number 1 on this Newshour debate, 500+% subsidy. Welcome to the Parliament canteen. The second item I present tonight is masala dosa. Masala dosa, 6 rupees. A wonderful plate of masala dosa. Subsidy on offer, 287.6% for our members of parliament. Leading the side which wants masala dosa at 300% and boiled vegetables at 500% subsidy, our politicians Brijesh Kalappa of the Congress, Krishna Sagar of the BJP, Arvind Sawant will join us from the Shiv Sena, Anwar Ansari is of the Rajya Sabha JDU, versus V. Raghunathan, Bejon, Misra, Jitendra, Bhargava, former Executive Director of Air India, and Ajoy, Bose, senior journalist. Okay. Krishna Sagar and Brijesh Kalappa, what would you like to know? Would you like to have idli with sambar? Idli with sambar, available to you, Brijesh Kalappa, if you become a member of parliament, at 2 rupees.
Arnab.
At an existing subsidy of 313%. 2 rupees. Who likes to justify this? Brijesh or Krishna Sagar Rao? Maybe all of you. Okay, all of you want to justify it. Okay, fine.
I'll do Arnab.
Okay, Krishna Sagar Rao wants to justify briefly.
I'm not justifying.
Yeah, and we are going to open the phone lines.
Arnab, I might
No, before you open the phone line, Arnab.
Idli with sambar, 313 rupees. 313%.
Before you open the phone line, Arnab, I'd like to make my point clear. And that is that I don't support.
Can I make my point?
I must make it very clear. I don't support these subsidies.
But these subsidies you have continued to 10 years of the UPA government.
No, see.
And are being happily enjoyed by Congress MPs, whatever you've left in parliament.
No, but let me point out.
No, why should Rahul Gandhi pay 2 rupees for idli sambar? 1 second. Why should Rahul Gandhi pay 2 rupees for idli sambar and the Aam Aadmi pay 100 rupees?
I agree totally.
I also agree, but then what are you going to do about it? Krishna Sagar Rao.
But look,
Krishna Sagar Rao.
There is a slight difference.
Krishna Sagar Rao.
Between our government and the
president. No, it doesn't matter.
Here we have a prime minister.
Kalappa wants to speak.
Here we have a prime minister who is publicly asking for subsidies to be voluntarily given up. Right?
Yeah.
This prime minister is making an appeal to the public at large to say that look. These
Kalappa.
subsidies which you're no, please, Mr. Whatever your name, please, one sec.
He's asking.
No, one moment, sir. One moment, sir. Why are all you BJP
who's asking poor people to?
Why are all you BJP spokespersons?
Whoever your name is.
Always waiting to jump.
Brijesh Kalappa is his name.
We never ask the poor people.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
We never ask poor people to give us subsidies. We ask people who can afford to give us subsidies.
None of your MPs are poor.
Do not dramatize everything. Do not lie on.
None of the persons backing your party are poor.
Congress
they're all extremely rich. They're all
misrepresent and lie on everything.
Suited and booted and suitcased persons. So there's no problem. So I don't think you have a problem with
such a small issue.
Being able to afford it. So let's make it very clear.
You want to still bring in Prime Minister into this?
How is this a small issue?
Bring in for silly issues.
Bejon Misra. Bejon Misra.
Prime Minister.
Bejon Misra.
He's the only Prime Minister who asked publicly for the withdrawal of subsidies.
Why are you lying on national television?
Then after that, he is the one who goes and enjoys the subsidies in canteen.
I'm presenting a next item on the menu.
And enjoys the subsidy there.
Mr. Kalappa and Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, please don't stop me from presenting the next item on my menu. My next item on my menu.
Arnab, let me make a
no, once a Krishna Sagar Rao, stop please. This is very important. I want people to know. I want egg sandwich. Bejon Misra. You like egg sandwich, Bejon Misra? Ajoy Bose, you like egg sandwich?
Yes, I like.
4 rupees.
No.
4 rupees. Ajay Bose. Ajay Bose.
No, I don't understand.
Fantastic.
Egg sandwich at 4 rupees, 328% subsidy.
I mean, regardless
Did you open a restaurant, Arnab?
Egg sandwich.
So tell me, Arnab, and don't they take? They're constantly getting these increases in salaries and perks.
Will you allow me?
Why do they need subsidies?
I came running into your show.
They're constantly getting increase in salary, perks, everything.
Now,
so what is the need for at all any subsidy?
Arvind Sawant, I'll ask that question to Arvind Sawant.
No
Arvind, okay, there are 2 MPs today. We believe that both the houses of parliament should be represented. One second. There are 2 parliamentarians, one from Lok Sabha and one from Rajya Sabha. Arvind Sawant of the Lok Sabha Shiv Sena, Anwar Ansari of the JDU Rajya Sabha. They all fight each other, but they are united when it comes to egg sandwich. Arvind Sawant, आपको egg sandwich 4 रुपए में क्यों मिल रहा है?
Mr. Arnab,
yeah.
During the entire year, I have never seen an egg sandwich in parliament. Never tasted it, never found it in the parliament.
What do you prefer?
All the items which have been there mentioned in your mail.
What do you eat? No, you tell me what do you prefer. What do you prefer?
First thing.
No, what do you have? No, 1 second. Arvind Sawant, no, 1 minute. Arvind Sawant, I'd like to ask you. Have you ever had curd?
What is wrong in it? I don't understand.
What is wrong
in it? You have a canteen. Do you Times Now has a canteen?
Yes.
Do you have a canteen in Times Now?
Yes.
Do you have a canteen in Times Now?
Yes.
Do you give subsidy?
No, we don't.
What is wrong with the parliament?
This is not available anywhere on planet Earth.
In the parliament, they are getting subsidy.
No, it is not available.
Subsidy is there in the entire
you know something. What I'm saying here, please understand.
Only thing is that how much it should be given. How much it should be given. It should not be given to such an extent. I can understand that.
No,
it can be done. We have never demanded it.
The point is, Jitendra, sir, your problem is that sir, there is a problem. Mr. Sawant, Mr. Sawant, this is Mr. Sawant on a serious note.
Ridiculous.
Mr. Sawant, it is ridiculous that you are having food that is subsidized to this extent. It is ridiculous that you have increased your salaries and decreased your costs.
I invite you.
I am not interested in taking your subsidies, sir. 1 minute.
Parliament, you are talking about the masala dosa. Go and eat the masala dosa of the Sarvara restaurant, where he charges 90 rupees or 100 rupees, and eat the masala dosa in Parliament.
Okay.
And then compare it.
Right.
Then
so that's
it.
Okay. 1 second.
Then you speak to the
okay. Now the question is The question is. By the way. I present the next dish. I present the next dish. The dish which is very popular in Parliament. You may have had it. I'm told it's one of the most popular dishes.
Only toast and coffee is the most favorite word.
That may be for you. The fast selling item in Parliament is vegetable stew. Vegetable stew. And I present to you, viewers.
I've never seen it.
Tomorrow you may try it. Vegetable stew is available at 4 rupees. 1 second.
How many days we go to the Parliament?
Mr. Sawant, listen to me.
Parliament session.
This takes the cake.
365 days?
Sir, 1 minute.
Do we go for all 365 days?
So I will embarrass you no end tonight.
25 days.
I will embarrass you no end tonight. You have vegetable stew at a subsidy of 931. 1 minute, sir. Allow me to speak. Allow me to speak, and you won't tell me what is an important issue and what is not an important issue. 931.5% subsidy for vegetable stew. And Narendra Modi says that 2.8 lakh people have surrendered their LPG subsidy, which has led to savings of 100 crores. We give up our LPG subsidy so that you can save 100 crores, but we don't give LPG subsidy away so you can have vegetable stew at 1,000% subsidy. The law has to be equal to all. Bejon Misra, the parliamentarians say today, what's the big deal about this? Bejon Misra, take it back. We start a campaign to take it back. We start a campaign, the VVIP feast is the hashtag. You want this to end tomorrow. You want Narendra Modi to announce the end of this subsidy raj in a parliament canteen. The symbolism of this appalls me. VVIP feast is a hashtag. Lines are open now. Bejon Misra. Bejon Misra, lines are open. We'll put the lines on air.
As far as the Indian National Congress is concerned,
take it back. Bejon Misra.
Prime Minister, if he calls for the end of subsidies, we will support the Prime Minister if he calls for the end of subsidies.
Yes, the least So the least,
but why should you wait
the parliamentarians and the political executives who are in the panel today can do is, at the end of the show, promise all of us that they will do away with all kinds of subsidies which are being given to these elite class of people who are representatives of ours, who should be seen in a very lean and in a very frugal manner lead their life, rather than in an extravagance and out of taxpayers' money, enrich themselves. You see, the data has shown the elected representatives' wealth has increased double during the 5 years of their term as MPs. It has shown that more than 30 to 40% of the MPs are categorized as wealthy people of our country. So why can't they do away with the subsidy themselves, like we did for the LPG gas? We have all voluntarily given away the subsidy. We are all encouraging the government to give up subsidy for people who can afford, and we want to ensure that the taxpayers' money goes to the poorest of the poor, who can't afford health care, who can't afford food 2 times in a day, who can't afford shelter, who can't afford education for their children. All the money of the taxpayers should be spent for the poor and for the people who deserve the most.
And tonight on television,
who are already
tonight on television, I want to applaud a citizen called Subhash Agrawal, one of India's most fiery and committed RTI activists, who has revealed these facts. He's watching this program and he has sent me a message. I'm going to get him on the line. Ajoy Bose. He says tonight, Arnab, your charts are showing just comparative charts with raw materials. The actual subsidy is much, much more when salaries and other costs are taken into account. Which means it's more than this.
Arnab, can I make
now, 1 second, sir, you'll make your point. Another item today I'm presenting is, 1 second, sir, I'm presenting here. I'm presenting different items here. I have all of them laid out. The next item I present is steamed rice and kheer. Steamed rice available for 4 rupees at a subsidy of 266%. Ali Anwar Ansari ji, हमारे देश में कई लोग भूखे सोते हैं, बच्चों को खाने को नहीं मिलता. 1 मिनट सुनिए मेरी बात. चावल तक नहीं मिलता, चावल का दाना नहीं मिलता है. और इस वक्त कई फार्मर्स, कई किसान सुसाइड कर रहे हैं. इस समय आप अपने आप को स्टीम राइस 260% सब्सिडी से ज्यादा में आप कैसे अपने आप को ये प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं?
अर्नब जी देखिए, ये जो सब्सिडी है, ये पोस्ट ऑफिस में का कैंटीन होता है, आपको टेलीग्राफ ऑफिस का कैंटीन होता है, आपके चैनल का
मैं आप देखिए, आप मेरी बात सुनिए. मैं मेरे चैनल के बारे में मत बोलिए. मुझे पता है इधर क्या होता है. किसी को 2-3 रुपए में चावल नहीं मिलता. आप मेरी बात सुनिए. पार्लियामेंट कैंटीन के बारे में पूछ रहा हूं. मैं तो ये कहता हूं अनैतिक है. इस तरह से लोग भूखे मर रहे हैं. आप अपने आप को 1 मिनट सुनिए. मैं और एक आइटम बताता हूं आपको. पोटैटो चिप्स. पोटैटो चिप्स में आप चिप्स में 165% की सब्सिडी दे रहे हैं. पोटैटो चिप्स 135% सब्सिडी. ये तो मैं कहता हूं देश का सबसे बड़ा घोटाला है. जो आप खाते कैसे हैं? आप खुल के ऐसे खाते कैसे?
खाना नहीं चाहिए.
खुले बाजार की नीति चली है, अब तो सब जगह सब्सिडी खत्म ही हो रही है.
खुले बाजार, फ्री मार्केट चल रही, तो फ्री मार्केट प्राइस दीजिए. आपने दाल फ्राई खाया होगा, दाल फ्राई
खत्म करो.
1 सेकेंड. सबसे पॉपुलर डिश है, मुझे सुना है. 1 मिनट सुनिए ना. वड़ा विद सांबर, ये बहुत पॉपुलर है. ये पार्लियामेंटेरियंस को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. अजय बोस सारा मेन्यू का खुलासा करते हैं आज. अजय बोस एंड मिस्टर रघुनाथन. अजय बोस
उससे ज्यादा पॉपुलर आपका, आप उसको मसालेदार बना रहे हैं.
क्या आपको हंसी मजाक लग रही है इस इशू पर? आपको मजाक लग रहा है?
मसालेदार कहाँ?
नहीं, हंसी मजाक की क्या बात है?
नो,
आप 2 रुपए पे खाना खा रहे हैं. आप 2 रुपए में खाना खा रहे हैं. आपके तो सैलरी, आपको बिजनेस क्लास टिकट.
व्हाट इज वेरी फनी.
अरे कितने एमपी खाते हैं भाई?
तो नहीं खाते तो बंद कीजिए इस कैंटीन को.
दिस इज द सेम गवर्नमेंट. which is constantly.
Mr. Sawant, what are you doing? Mr. Sawant and Mr. I am ready to take them on. I am ready to take them on. Mr. Sawant and Ali Anwar Ansari on the channel. Sawant and Ali Anwar Ansari on the channel. Both of them, please. One minute. Yes.
Arnab,
watch it. Both of them. Watch it.
Withdraw that subsidy.
What?
If at all that subsidy, you feel that is you eat it that.
So, Mr. Sawant, I am not interested in eating your subsidized food. Okay, I am asking you.
We are not eating it at all.
You are. What
this
is?
We are saying it. Withdraw it.
Withdraw it when?
Withdraw it.
I also say withdraw.
Withdraw the subsidy.
I say withdraw it now.
Withdraw the subsidy.
I say withdraw it before the monsoon session opens.
Yes.
Withdraw it.
Yes.
Withdraw. I say withdraw it. Pass a resolution.
Arnab, may I come in?
Yes, Mr. Raghunathan.
Withdraw it, man.
I say withdraw it.
Arnab,
withdraw it. Let's have a campaign. Hashtag is VVIP feast. I say withdraw it. 1 second. Mr. Raghunathan.
Withdraw it before the end of
actually, the way I look at it is,
Arnab,
please.
Most poor quality food is given.
Can I have a minute?
No one can eat it.
You won't be allowed to eat this food anymore. Yeah, carry on, Mr. Raghunathan.
Can we not stop it?
Most commodity is toast and coffee.
There are three things.
Yeah.
Can I have a word?
Yeah, Mr. Raghunathan, go on.
The thing is, first of all, government has been talking about cash transfer of subsidies directly to the individuals. If that applies to the common man, first question is, why does it not apply to the parliamentarians who make the law for the common man, number one. Number two, how do I know that this is not a perquisite disguised as a subsidy? Had this been the order of subsidy in a private company, the tax authorities would be all over the place saying that this is a perquisite which is actually hidden in the form of subsidies. That is the point number two. And finally, it's like what is sauce to a goose should be sauce to a gander. The government of India, in an era of transparency, why can it not actually make it very explicit as to what the parliamentarians are being paid and cut out all subsidies, tax them like every other citizen? Today, perhaps other than toothbrush,
we are paying taxes, Baba.
Else is subsidized.
One minute, listen to him, Mr.
Parliamentarians.
We are paying taxes. What you say here?
Other than their toothbrush, everything is, and depending on whom you ask, their cost to the government or cost to the exchequer comes anywhere between 40 to 60 lakhs, depending on how you measure it. If that is the case, I don't mind. I am not going to say what they should or should not be paid. In fact, since 1954, when the first pay commission was decided for the parliamentarians, it has been changed on an average every 2 years. You pay them by the market. Stop all the subsidies, stop all the corruption, make them accountable, and then I think everything is fine.
No, sir, one minute. In this country.
I can really second that.
No, point is, a parliamentarian can buy 10 chapatis. Sir, listen to me.
I welcome this suggestion.
Listen to me. Tomorrow, I tell you, Mr. Sawant, you go to Mumbai or to Delhi. Mr. Sagar, 1 minute. Go to Mumbai or to Delhi. Walk around the streets and see the number of hungry children on the streets of a country where a government was elected saying कि अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं.
Arnab.
No, 1 second. I am not. 1 second, Mr. Kalappa, I am coming in. I want to explain to the people why I have a problem with it. Because these parliamentarians are having kheer for 8 rupees. They are having curd for 3 rupees. A parliamentarian can feed his whole family. 1 minute. A parliamentarian can feed his own family for a price that the common man will not get a 5-star chocolate. A parliamentarian can buy 5 sada dosas.
Government policy.
Mr.
unfair.
Do not connected.
May I just make my point, Arnab? I'll just take 2 seconds.
That this is not
our government. Ridiculous, yeah.
This is not our government's initiative.
Just look at this, Arnab.
Just give me
the point is.
I'll tell
the point is that this is a government which has been elected. This is a government which has been elected, which made a public show that they are against subsidies. That they are against subsidies, and the very same government which publicly asks people to renounce their subsidies is now accepting subsidies with both hands. The Prime Minister pays a bill of 29 rupees in the Parliament canteen.
I have a point to
And on the other hand, he tells the people, that please give away your subsidies in regard to gas, and then don't do without them, because this will contribute to the national exchequer. The very same Prime Minister,
grossly unfair on your part,
never repeats address.
Why are you bringing politics into the whole thing? What we are discussing today is the subsidy element which is being given to the members of Parliament.
Give me a few seconds.
That gentleman is today saying that I need to have some kind of subsidy on my plate. This is absurd, Arnab. This is absurd. You see, this government today has watered down MGNREGA. It's watered down their right to food. It's watered down virtually every welfare scheme that the Congress thought of. You must remember.
So if the government does away with the subsidy, you say another welfare measure gone.
Which brought in the concept of midday meal.
Mr. Kalappa, you are being ridiculous. Let me explain to you. You are being totally absurd without any merit.
And
what you are speaking.
The Modi government, publicly stated that no, we are going to do away with all my subsidies. Then why do they have this kind of subsidy?
You will be boycotting Parliament the day the government announces that they are doing away with subsidy. That's what is the kind of politics we are witnessing.
I must tell you,
there is one point needs to be clarified. One point needs to be clarified. A lot of people have made statements and compared it to the corporate houses that corporates have subsidies. Let us be very clear about it.
They have. And what is the manifesto of the BJP? The BJP's manifesto is that no, we are going to do away with subsidies. Then why
Mr. Kalappa, please allow others to speak also. You have made statements and some other of your colleagues have made statements that this is akin to canteens being run in government offices and in private sector companies. Let me clarify. You have canteens where employees are getting salary. Members of Parliament are going to Parliament and getting their daily allowance to cover their daily expenses. So why should the government be subsidizing when they are paying you a daily allowance?
That question must be answered by the BJP representative. One second. The BJP, one second. So 1 minute.
I request you to go to every assembly of this country and find out how much salary they get, what are the perquisites are being given to the member of assembly, and what is the subsidy being given in their canteens.
Mr. Sawant,
go to the corporate office,
Mr. Sawant,
go to the municipal corporation,
Mr. Sawant,
Mr. Sawant, the culture of this country.
Mr. Sawant, listen to me now. Listen to me, please. I won't go that far. I will go to the streets. Mr. Sawant, listen to me.
Parliament and legislators, we're talking about everybody.
I am against the culture. You don't understand. Mr. Rao, please, 1 second. I'm going to come to you. Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, just 1 minute. There is a reason. Mr. Rao.
20 minutes into the debate,
Mr. Rao, I'm coming to you. Just be patient. I am going to come to you. The finance minister says to the citizen of India, no tax breaks for the common man. We have no money. The defense minister says, you can't give one rank, one pension just like that for war veterans. We have no money. The Prime Minister says, the Prime Minister says, surrender your LPG subsidies. We have no money. And he says this 100 crores we save can be utilized for the welfare of the poor. Well, I say you are given TADA. And then after that, if you take this hundreds of % as subsidy, that money can also go to feed the poor.
Absolutely.
And today you are getting a masala dosa which can feed a hungry child at 2,500% less than it takes on the streets. And by the way, a mutton cutlet in Parliament is available at 15 rupees. You think it's a laughing matter? You go outside, it will cost you 100 rupees. You pay 50 rupees, 20 rupees, 15 rupees for mutton curry with bone. You will get mutton curry anywhere at 15 rupees. No, do you think about what you're doing? It's about the insensitivity which you show. We pay taxes for this.
Arnab, the parliamentarians should have the grace.
Arnab, will I get
Mr. Raghunathan.
The grace not to
I said it, sir.
The parliamentarians should have the grace not to take subsidy for themselves.
Please don't.
I have submitted.
I cannot get into this.
I said it now.
Please do not bring
Why don't you appreciate that I'm saying
Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, now the question is to you.
We don't want any subsidy.
No, Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao. Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, listen to me. Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, listen to me. Here is one fact. Yeah, take it back.
Give a good food.
Take it back.
We are ready to pay.
Take it back. What do you mean good food? What do you mean good food? If the food is not good enough, what do you mean? Don't give me a Marie Antoinette kind of comment.
Subsidy.
You know what, something, you know, before the French Revolution, there was Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette said, if they cannot afford bread, she was asked, people have nothing to eat. She said, if they cannot afford bread, let them eat cake. Now, the parliamentarians are saying, we will eat cake at the price of bread. You understand how ironical the situation is? You're so far removed from the people of your own country. Krishna Sagar Rao, my question to you is, sir, don't complain, I'm not coming to you because I'm going to come to you. Krishna Sagar Rao, tomatoes are available at 50 to 60 rupees per kilogram. Okay? Potatoes are available in many places at 30 rupees per kilogram. Onion is available between 25 to 40 rupees depending on where you buy it across metropolitan cities since the coming of the Narendra Modi government. My question to you is, how can you have boiled vegetables to fill your plate at 5 rupees at a subsidy of 534.6%?
Particularly when they can't afford OROP?
Arnab.
Particularly
Arnab.
When corporate tax is cut
asking me
to the extent of 76,000 crore.
Why is he doing that cross-talk? This is lowering the dignity of a debate.
We are used to
Why is he talking when he's asking me to
despite the cross-talk, and when you're agitated on an issue like this, when you're agitated over an issue like this, of course there will be cross-talk.
Do not do that.
If you have any points to make, please make them. Otherwise, the assumption is that you have no points to make.
Why are you making them?
You keep asking for time.
Why are you making a statement? I don't know who's speaking.
Okay, Brajesh Kalappa, let him answer.
I don't know why you're making this
Brajesh, let him answer.
Kalappa, if you want to run this entire show by yourself, you just sit.
Of course I would.
Sit here.
Of course I would.
If you want to talk the whole show, go ahead and sit here.
Today your hypocrisy,
because if you want
hypocrisy is being seen by the public at large.
You are liars.
Your hypocrisy is being seen by the public at large.
You are official liars, not official spokespersons of the party.
How many dresses does the Prime Minister change in a day?
You're just purely lying.
Does he not change dresses 5 times a day?
How is BJP connected to this?
Does he not change dresses 5 times a day? Then why does he need a subsidy on his food bill?
Please. Why does he need
Arnab,
you got to facilitate this show.
Can't he afford
this is getting a mad, it's a madhouse. We cannot do like this. We cannot talk like this. I have been listening throughout the show.
The Prime Minister
will continue to listen.
Okay, no. I think it is fair. I think it is fair. One second. I think it is fair. Sir, I just want to tell you one thing. Sir, look at this, sir. Richie Rich was once a poor little rich boy. Sometimes our parliamentarians cannot afford food at the same rates you and I eat. Now, a current MP's salary, pension is well over 1 lakh. They have reimbursement of expenses on tiles in kitchen and bathrooms. Water and electricity is subsidized up to 4,000 kiloliters per annum and electricity up to 50,000 points. The common man is charged for every drop of water, every point of electricity. Members of Parliament, allow me, sir, just I'll give you full opportunity, sir. Full opportunity. Members of Parliament have travel concessions. They have air travel, business class. Every member is given the facility of 32 business class journeys in a year to be availed during sessions where they do absolutely no work. They get free telephone calls, unlimited free calling scheme. They don't pay any installation or rental charges. They have 50,000 local calls a year. They have LPG refills before the cap on subsidized cylinders that was available to them. They have 500 rupees on BSNL traffic as a registration charge, 500 as security deposit, etc., etc. You know, they have a big, nice, fat, fairly well-to-do life. I don't grudge them that. But I grudge you, Krishna Sagar Rao, if after this you're going to walk in and get food at this rate, which is insulting to the people of India. You are insulting the people of India.
Arnab?
Yes, Mr. Rao.
Absolutely.
Arnab, first things first, this is not done in the BJP regime. This has been there throughout. And this is not something which BJP has put in as a policy to give a subsidy, number one. Number two,
Now your government doesn't believe in welfareism.
Number two,
that is the difference.
Do not mix up the subsidies of the poor people and the subsidy of this subsidy for the members of the parliament.
We believe in welfareism.
The subsidy appropriation is about 2.5 lakh crores.
And this is not welfareism, it is loot of public money. What happens to the right of equality of a common man? You eat it at 4 rupees a dosa and a poor man pays 40 rupees.
I think let others speak.
How do you justify this?
I'm not defending the subsidies. Let's have an academic discussion. This is not
an academic subject, Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao, why are you fooling yourself into believing it's an academic subject? I'll tell you it's not academic subject. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's not an academic subject. I'll tell you why. I must be allowed to make a point. I have a very important point to make.
It's a multi-party issue. So why are you shouting? Don't shout.
I'm telling you.
Let me speak.
I'm going to open up the line.
4.8 billion is the legislative approximation of USA. 6.8 million euros is the approximation of the legislative approximation of UK. Now what I'm trying to tell you, this is not India specific. When you have four pillars of democracy, let's not trivialize the contribution, or let's not mix up subsidies which are being given for welfare to subsidies being given with a thesis. I believe in the thesis that even the MPs can be poor. And the MPs do not have family time. MPs work hard for a large organization. And
I don't know.
Antithesis that all MPs are.
I'll tell you.
Have a lot of money.
I'll tell you.
What I'm saying is, we are talking 15 crores. It comes to an effective 15,000 per month per MP per capita. 15,390 rupees is a subsidy. You divide it. You do the math.
I'll tell you, Mr. Rao. No, one second, Mr. Rao. Mr. Rao, one second. I want to say something.
No, Arnab. Andhra Bhavan gives idli for 2 rupees for media. So you stop that also. Tomorrow you will talk about military services.
Please do that.
Day after you talk about judiciary. Then you talk about executive. The media salaries are not equal to legislative salaries.
Mr. Rao.
You also bring legislative salaries to that level. Then
Mr. Rao.
See, these are the people who
listen to me. Listen to me, Mr. Rao. Now listen to me, Mr. Rao. No, I'll tell you the maths. I'll tell you the maths.
90 of them.
I'll tell you the maths. Please remember this.
By every single thing.
Mr. Rao, stop. Mr. Rao, stop. People are not liking what you're saying. Mr. Rao, remember this.
Don't trivialize.
Mr.
Don't disrespect the MPs of this country. We are a democracy. Do not get outraged on everything, every issue. 15,390 rupees per capita subsidy is what is being given per MP. So is that big? Is that huge?
Mr. Rao,
just one minute. No.
What are we talking about? It is a middle manager. A middle corporate manager will get 50,000 rupees per month.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, now stop.
Do not disrespect
now stop for a minute. Mr. Rao, stop.
Some bad apples.
Mr. Rao, I'll tell you one thing. I am getting a first caller. His name is Chetan Amin. Oh, Mr. Sawant.
How many days the parliament is
Mr. Sawant, fight it. Mr. Sawant, fight it.
Take this facility. If at all we take it.
Gentlemen,
what is this? On the antithesis. Kalappa, you ask your MPs before you talk like this.
Not only member of parliament.
You're not being an official spokesperson. You talk to your MPs and then come here to discuss. How did you categorically say that I am against? Then what did you do in the last 60 years? What are you talking about? Why are you shaming yourself on the national television? You're talking about I am against. How are you against? 60 years Congress has put this subsidy in place.
Easy.
So do not make foolish comments and think you got smart.
I'm trying to tell you something.
I used to respect you.
I don't know if you're able to understand because you're sounding far too academic.
Is it your official
I don't think you're making sense to yourself also.
Is it your official stand?
Kindly take it easy.
You're not making sense.
Have a glass of water. Have a glass of water out. Have a glass of water out. Take it easy. Take it easy.
You have a bath.
Take it easy.
You have a bath.
See,
and then come.
Today,
because you're so worried.
Today,
you take a hypertension pill. Unbelievable,
I think you'll also concede.
You guys are liars.
I think you'll also concede,
Congress is a bunch of liars
your government is a suit boot government.
And Arnab,
the kind of people that come to visit Parliament, during your term are not people from the villages. They used to come to visit us.
I do not agree.
People used to come to visit us.
I want to say something.
What is that? I don't
I want to say something.
If you don't agree
That's the reason we gave them subsidies. But in your time, who
in the last 65 years?
Surely Adani and Ambani don't require subsidies.
And you're talking about
surely Adani and Ambani don't require subsidies. Surely all the big industrialists from Bombay don't require subsidies. Surely all the big industrialists from Gujarat, they don't deserve any subsidies.
Priyanka ji gets subsidies.
I'm sure you'll also accept this.
Rahul Gandhi ji gets subsidies.
Please, okay, come on. Let's be a little fair. Let's be a little fair.
Okay, now, 1 second. 1 minute, gentlemen. Gentlemen, can you stop both of you for a minute? Can you stop both of you for a minute? Mr. Rao, no, 1 second.
I have stopped, Arnab.
You stopped? Okay, stop. Then Mr. Rao has to stop. I want to say something to the viewers. Okay, I want to say something to the viewers.
Gentleman has to understand.
Okay, Mr. Rao, stop.
We are talking about all MPs, 790 of them. We are not talking about Congress MPs. We are not talking about BJP MPs.
Now I am saying something to the viewers. Do not come in between me and my viewer right now. I want to say something. Tonight on the program I am being told about mathematics. I know that in Uttar Pradesh in 2013 dead lizards and insecticides were found in midday meals, and then frogs were found in a meal served in primary schools. What is the mathematics of that? That is one side, and the other side is masala dosa at 6 rupees. I know that in Chembur in March 21st, 2015, and frankly you ask me, do I care? It's BJP Congress. I don't care. Mr. Sawant is from Maharashtra. He says, what's the big deal? I am saying last year, sir, it was worms. This year, the state's midday meal, there were 2 dead rats found in Khichdi.
Oh, we had 30 people.
No, in Chembur, and I'm not finished. And on the other side, you have masala dosa at 6 rupees. You have egg sandwich at 4 rupees. In Bihar, in July 2014, one more point, coming to Mr. Raghunathan. 54 children fell sick. You know why? No, you know why? Don't stop me now. I'm saying something. Oh, don't stop me now. 54 children fell sick because a snake was found. Let me speak the truth. Let me reveal these politicians. A snake was found in the midday meal of poor children. Snake was found.
We don't want it. Why you are saying again?
So I want you every time you have egg sandwich at 4 rupees. Vegetables too at 4 rupees. Kheer at 8 rupees. You should not have it. You should think idli with sambar at 2 rupees. The next time anybody, next time you find idli with sambar at 2 rupees in the parliament canteen, you think about the children who have rats and snakes in their food. How can you tell me the mathematics of it? Tell me the mathematics that you are showing to the people of India tonight.
Why would it?
We demand a campaign to stop this. Chetan Amin, our first caller from Mumbai. Bejon Misra, will you join the campaign? Will you join the campaign? Here on the channel we say, take it back before the parliament session, this VVIP feast. We join the campaign, Bejon Misra. How many people do you think will join this campaign?
Show, they should take it back. This show, they should take it back.
Take it back, don't justify it. Chetan Amin from Mumbai. Chetan Amin from Mumbai. Chetan, are you there? Chetan, hi Chetan.
Hi,
1 second, first viewer, Chetan Amin from Mumbai. Chetan.
Good evening. Good evening,
Chetan.
Mr. Arnab.
Hi Chetan, how are you? What do you have to say, Chetan?
Fine. My question is to all these MPs and the panelists who are the MPs and representing the political parties. First of all, how Mr. Narendra Modi has allowed this Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson to defend all this indefensive. Number 2, when these MPs are getting rupees 2,000 allowance to attend parliament per day, what is the need of a subsidy and that too for a food?
Yeah, 1 second.
You ask Mr. Sawant, is he not feeling that he is snatching the food portion of the poor of this country?
Mr. Sawant, answer Chetan. I mean, Chetan, 1 second. Chetan ji, just stop. Mr. Sawant, answer him.
I think, Mr. Chetan, if Mr. Chetan, if you are watching this, I would like to answer you. Won't you want to answer my? You want you want answer from me? Won't you want any answer from me?
Yeah.
My answer is that, see, it was the precedence. We never demanded it. Secondly, if at the beginning of the discussion I said it, we do not want any subsidy at all. Withdraw it, but give us a good food. Give us a good food and charge it.
Good food?
We don't want any subsidy.
Good food?
I said
good food? Dead rats are found. One second, Mr. Sawant. Mr. Sawant, good food? Dead rats are found in the midday meal scheme in Mumbai. You want good food? This is not good food. What is it? What is it good food? Ajay Bose, what is this?
How you forgot that?
See, imperialistic attitude to life.
How you forgot it? We were in Maharashtra Sadan. We were in Maharashtra Sadan. And what sort of food we were eating? We have agitated it. Don't you feel it?
Yeah,
we too have faced it.
I understand. I understand. Jyoti from Ambala, she's a lawyer.
We have done agitation against it. Don't you
remember that? From Ambala in Punjab, the next caller is Jyoti. She's holding on for a long time. Good evening, Jyoti.
Good evening.
We have faced it.
From Ambala.
Yeah.
I hear you. I listen.
Yeah,
Hello?
go ahead. Go ahead, Jyoti. I can hear you.
Yeah, my point has been partially discussed since I wanted to point out why not such a huge variety for the children, our future of the nation.
Yeah.
When it can be for parliamentaries who were elected to serve us.
Yeah, exactly. Very good question. Very good question. And I want to, go ahead. Complete your point, Jyoti.
I have myself seen the food grains, the quality of food grains that is from which the food is cooked. And it is only dalia and khichdi, that is porridge and khichdi, and that too it is not cooked properly. It is half cooked most of the times. And these children are forced to eat, knowingly that they are eating substandard food grades.
Yeah.
The food is eaten with the substandard, it's prepared from the substandard material. Will these elected members eat this knowingly? If we tell them that this food is prepared from a substandard food material, will they eat it?
Let Ali Anwar Ansari answer you. Let Ali Anwar Ansari जी, आप ज्योति जी ने अंबाला से पूछा है कि मिड डे मील स्कीम में 25 रुपए में आप तो मतलब पता नहीं क्या खिलाते हैं बच्चों को, उनकी तबीयत खराब हो जाती है, मगर उसी 25 रुपए में आप पार्लियामेंट में 1 मिनट सुनिए ना, आपकी जो वेजिटेरियन प्लेटर है जो प्रधानमंत्री ने भी खाई थी वेज थाली, उसमें होता है आलू सब्जी, राजमा, राइस, रोटी, दही और सरसों का साग। तो ये खाना बच्चों को क्यों नहीं दिया जाता है, मंत्रियों को क्यों? पौष्टिकता, नहीं सुनिए ना मेरी बात, सुनिए पौष्टिक आहार की जरूरत किसको होती है, बच्चों को होती है कि मंत्रियों को होती है? और बाय द वे फ्रूट्स भी होता है उसमें, मुझे कहा गया कट फ्रूट भी होता है उसके बाद। जी कहिए।
कई तरह की एनोमलीज है, कई तरह की विसंगतियां हैं, समाज में अन्याय है। हम कहाँ कह रहे हैं?
नहीं, अन्याय की बात नहीं, तो बड़ा ही ज्योति जी ने बड़ा ही सिंपल सवाल पूछा है।
अर्नव जी, आप बात समझिए। कोई इसके लिए
सुधारिए,
धरना दिया है, प्रदर्शन किया है, सब जगह सब्सिडी खत्म हो रही है, खुला मार्केट आ रहा है, और पूरा देश सबका समान,
तो
सबकी शिक्षा एक तरह का हो जाए, सबका वेतन एक तरह का हो जाए, इसमें कहाँ दो?
अली अनवर अंसारी जी, अली अनवर अंसारी जी, आपको तो बड़ा ही सिंपल सवाल किया गया, आप मुझे उसमें राजनीतिक घुमा फिरा के टिपिकल पॉलिटिकल स्टाइल में आंसर मत दीजिए, ये हम देख चुके हैं। सवाल ये है कि 25 रुपए में बच्चों को तो आप जो खिलाते हैं उनकी तबीयत खराब हो जाती है, और आप 25 रुपए में सरसों का साग, आलू सब्जी, राजमा, दाल, रोटी, दही, उसके ऊपर गुलाब जामुन, कट फ्रूट, ये सब देते हैं आप?
भाई कि ठीक कह रहे हैं,
तो क्यों देते हैं? भारत के बच्चों के साथ भारत के बच्चों को क्यों नहीं देते वो खाना?
सब पर लागू होना चाहिए।
नहीं, बच्चों के बारे में बोला, आप दूसरों की छोड़िए,
सिद्धांत सब पर लागू हो।
अब क्या बात करें? ये दिस इज अ सिंपल लॉजिक। अभिषेक भौमिक फ्रॉम कोलकाता।
ऐसा होना चाहिए।
अभिषेक भौमिक फ्रॉम कोलकाता।
Hi, Arnab.
Hi, Abhishek.
Yeah, this is Abhishek from Kolkata.
Hi, Abhishek.
Yeah. My question is to all these MPs, rather respected MPs. I must say that. My one question is the only one question. that what are these people? Are they into government? Who are why they're there? Are they to serve the country or they're to serve themselves, their families? But I'm not simply getting this. Listening to this fact, I really thank you, Arnab, to bring this fact. I'm into service in Kolkata. Let me tell you, there is a square named Dalhousie Square in Kolkata, where the food are really cheap for commoners, right? You can get a biryani at least 30 rupees. You can get it. These people get available at 12 rupees.
Yeah.
So how is this possible? What they're
because you're paying for it, Abhishek. Are you a taxpayer?
Yeah.
Do you pay tax, Abhishek? Let me ask you. Do you pay taxes?
I'm a taxpayer.
You are a tax because you are paying for it. You are paying for it, Abhishek.
Absolutely, I'm paying for it. And one question to Mr. Kalappa. My question is to Mr. Kalappa.
Yeah, Mr. Kalappa. Mr. Kalappa.
If he is really ashamed of the fact that this is a race that these MPs are enjoying, so why don't he run a campaign through his party, along with Mr. Arnab Goswami and Times Now? That would be my request to him.
Yeah.
Really, I'm frustrated to see this fact.
No, it's a good idea, Mr. Bami.
Arnab, that's the point I'm trying to make.
No, I don't. No, 1 second. 1 second. That's no answer. It's a good idea. Go and do it.
No, it's a good idea. No,
go and do it.
Arnab,
go and do it.
I have my limitations.
It's like
I have my limitations, Arnab.
No,
despite my limitations, I'm
don't leave it at an idea level.
Despite my limitations, I'm stating what I'm stating. Right? Arnab, please take it at that.
No. I have Colonel Sukhbir from Delhi coming in, by the way. In Hyderabad, you are paying 200 rupees for a chicken biryani, non-air conditioned shop. In Parliament, they will pay 30 to 40 rupees. In Bangalore, you will pay 100-150 rupees for a simple veg meal. In Parliament, they'll pay 15 rupees. The disparity is simple. Take this money and feed a poor child. These politicians think they'll do a gumao firao the subject and not make it easy for people to understand. Colonel Sukhbir from Delhi is watching tonight. Colonel Sukhbir.
How much money you are going to ask?
What?
What is this here?
What? No, what are you saying? You tell me. No, Mr. Sawant, you are having dal at 4 rupees.
What is this?
Mr. Sawant, you are having dal at 4 rupees. Families whose staple diet is dal and chapati are having vegetables at skyrocketing prices. Do you know the prices of pulses? Dal, adhar dal, tur dal, masoor ki dal has gone up by 60% across metropolitan cities. आप कभी जाते हैं मार्केट में उड़द दाल वहां पे सुनिए मेरी बात उड़द दाल 110-120 रुपए का किलो मिलता है
से भी ज्यादा जाता हूं मैं
उड़द दाल मिस्टर आपको लगता है सावंत जी आप मार्केट नहीं जाते उड़द दाल का दाम कितना है बताइए मुझे उड़द दाल कितने प्राइस में मिलता है
किलो आगे अभी
बताइए उड़द दाल का क्या भाव होता है बताइए मुझे उड़द दाल का भाव क्या है
100 रुपए किलो
100 रुपए नहीं है उड़द दाल 105 से लेके 130 रुपए प्रति
उड़द दाल हम लेते नहीं हमारे
किलो का 120 रुपए होता है अच्छा एक साल पहले कितना था उड़द दाल
आप लेते हो क्या
एक साल पहले उड़द दाल कितना था एक साल पहले उड़द दाल कितने में मिलता था बताइए मुझे
पता हम तो जाते ही नहीं उड़द
आप जानते नहीं मैं बताता हूँ 65 या 70 रुपए में मिलता था प्रति किलो
हम तो
अरे भाई आपने कहा ना आपकी सरकार है आपने कहा अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं
अब की बार मोदी सरकार
कहते हैं बोला ना मैं अब तूर की दाल खाते
बहुत हुई महंगाई की
अच्छा एक मिनट
मोदी सरकार
नहीं तूर की दाल मैं बताता हूँ आज मैं बताता हूँ अली अनवर अंसारी जी को पूछता हूँ मैं अली अनवर अंसारी जी को मैं पूछता हूँ तूर की दाल सुनिए ना तूर या अरहर की दाल आप मुझे बताइए आज तूर की दाल या अरहर की दाल जो है वो कितने रेंज में मिलती है
100 रुपए
100 से लेके 120 रुपए एक साल पहले कितने में मिलती थी
बोला मैंने 100
एक साल पहले कितने में मिलती थी
हो क्या
एक साल पहले कितने में मिलती थी तूर या अरहर की दाल
60 रुपए में मिलती थी
हाँ तो फिर एक बात बताइए दुगना हो गया तूर की दाल अच्छे दिन किसके आए
मोदी साहब के
अच्छे दिन किसके आए
तो मैं बहस नहीं कर रहा
अरे भाई आपने कहा लोगों को अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं मैं आपको पूछ रहा हूं कि अब छोड़िए ना छोड़िए एक बात सुनिए एक बात मुझे बताइए आज मूंग की दाल कितने में मिलती है मूंग की दाल कितने में मिलती है आज कोई बताए मुझे मूंग की दाल आज 115 रुपए किलो में मिलती है एक साल पहले वो 90 रुपए में मिलती थी तो फिर आम आदमी क्या खाए नहीं आम आदमी को क्या खाए और आप लोग ये 5 रुपए वाले दाल को मैं पूछूंगा नहीं सवाल आपको
ये बात मत कहिए मिस्टर अर्णव।
नहीं,
मिस्टर अर्णव,
मैं कह रहा हूँ
आम आदमी के लिए हमारी सरकार सब्सिडाइज रेट पे देती है।
ये सब्सिडी, ये सब्सिडाइज रेट है, ये सब्सिडाइज रेट है। क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप? क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप? ये सब्सिडाइज रेट है, मजाक बना के रखा है आपने। प्लीज,
चावल देते हैं।
क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप?
क्या बात करते हैं आप?
क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप?
हमारी राज्य सरकार देती है, हमारी सरकार देती है।
ये आप जाके आलू, मटर, प्याज, दाल जरा खरीदिए। मुझे लगता है सावंत जी, आप पार्लियामेंट कैंटीन में खाते खाते भूल गए। आप जरा जाइए बाहर पे,
सरकार
आप कल जाइए मार्केट में, आलू, प्याज, मटर के भाव देख के आइए लोगों की क्या हालत है। आप पूछिए ना लोगों को, आप पूछिए। और आप जाइए, आप लाइन में खड़े हो जाइए कल। आपको मैं कहता हूं आप लाइन में खड़े हो जाइए और आलू, प्याज, मटर, तूर, अरहर, सब दालों का दाम देखिए आप। और उसके बाद आप लोगों को कहिए कि मैं पार्लियामेंट कैंटीन में 3 रुपए में दाल मिलती है। फिर देखिए लोग आपको क्या कहते हैं।
हमारी शिवसेना है ना।
अरे छोड़िए आपकी शिवसेना, ये आपकी शिवसेना, आपकी भारतीय जनता पार्टी से क्या मतलब है आम आदमी का?
हम खुद भी जाकर करते हैं।
वहाँ पे लोग खाना खाने को नहीं मिल रहा है,
में लोगों को देते हैं।
अरे भाई
आप आओ, आपने हमारा कार्य नहीं देखा है।
आपके कार्य को तो देख चुका हूँ ना, दाम बढ़ रहे हैं। आपकी कार्य क्या दिखा रहे? कार्यशाली तो आपकी ये है। रघुनाथन जी सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं आपको। Raghunathan, Colonel Sukhbir is on the line. Raghunathan is responding. Mr. Raghunathan,
हम 50 साल करते आए हैं।
आप करिए 100 साल पॉलिटिक्स कीजिए, मगर दाल के काम तो कम है। Mr. Raghunathan,
चर्चा में नहीं, सब डिबेट में नहीं।
The irony of the situation is, no matter who is being subsidized, it is a common taxpayer who bears the burden. The political gimmicks of 1 rupee rice or the parliamentarian subsidies, they are all paid by the taxpayers. Parliamentarians barely pay taxes on their parliamentary remuneration. So the entire burden comes on the common man who is the taxpayer. That is number one. One of my friends talked about compared the Indian MPs with the UK MPs.
Do you know it?
In UK, I get a street to walk on. In UK, I get clean water to drink. In UK, I don't have a street full of garbage. What do my parliamentarians do for me as a taxpayer? They talked about the corporate sector. They talked about every average manager getting subsidies worth 50,000 rupees. But they are an economic entity. They are able to subsidize because they can afford it and they are sustainable.
Anyway, I'll tell you.
Government which doesn't have money for the basics. So let us not talk about corporate sector. Let us not compare with UK.
Caters for a 6 assembly constituency area. Do you know it?
Sawant sir, how much
area he is covering?
I know. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. One second. Here's one interesting fact. Sir, Mr. Sawant, listen to me. Mr. Sawant, I'll tell you. There is one ex-union minister. Listen to me, Mr. Sawant. Mr. Sawant, listen to me. Listen to me, Mr. Sawant. I'll tell you one thing. Colonel Sukhbir is on the line.
How much responsibility he is having?
There is a former.
Do you know anybody?
During Ramzan
Does anybody know?
Mr. Sawant belongs to the very same group of MPs. Mr. Sawant belongs to the very same group of MPs who force-fed a waiter working in Maharashtra Southern during Ramzan time. And that boy happened to be a Muslim. This is the same group of MPs and today they're complaining. They're complaining about the food in Parliament also. They're complaining about food everywhere.
It has been proved.
What are you talking?
Don't do it. This is what is going on. Mr. Arnab, I accuse you. Don't defend the party like this. You have no right to do it.
Of course it is.
When the court has said
it was widely publicized.
When the court has said it was
widely publicized.
No, there is no.
Are you planning to do it again, Mr. Sawant?
At all, I have seen it.
You have been repeatedly saying the food is not good. Give us good food. Give us good food. You are the very same set of people. You are the very same set of people who violated a person during Ramzan last year.
No business to criticize like this.
Of course you do.
Nothing has happened.
Of course you did.
Nothing has happened. Nobody was knowing it in the COVID and we are not
widely reported.
Don't accuse our party like this.
Why? The pictures are on the screen.
Court has proved it is not has happened like this.
Court pictures are on the screen.
Please,
don't take advantage of anchoring and defending your party.
The entire country has watched you repeatedly complaining of the food.
Don't do it.
You've been complaining of the food in Maharashtra Southern.
I said
You've been complaining of the food in Parliament. You've been complaining of the food everywhere. Of course, this kind of attitude which caused that the violation of that poor boy
you were saying about
during
subsidy.
Ramzan last
Come
year.
and eat. I invite you.
Of course I will come and eat.
Come with me during the parliament session and for entire month.
But this is not.
No, I say boycott that food. I say 1 second. Far from sending invitations. Far from sending invitations. Far from sending invitations. Far from sending invitations. I say tonight, boycott that subsidized food.
No, let's not.
Boycott that subsidized food. That every morsel of that food at these subsidies is an insult to the people of this country. Boycott that. Boycott that subsidized food. Give that food to the poor children of this country.
Let's respect.
Pay for your food at market rates. Colonel Sukhbir from Delhi. Colonel Sukhbir is calling from Delhi. Colonel Sukhbir. Colonel Sukhbir. Colonel Sukhbir. Colonel Sukhbir is on the line, sir.
Arnab, please ask this gentleman not to shout me down. I can still see this light blue shirt guy shouting, and this guy in white kurta pointing fingers. Tell him to have manners.
Colonel Sukhbir, just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Colonel Sukhbir. अंसारी जी मेरी बात सुनिए, मेरी बात सुनिए. अच्छा नहीं लगेगा आपको. मैं कह रहा हूं कुछ, मेरी बात सुनिए अंसारी जी.
प्रॉपर्टी फंडामेंटल राइट हो कि नहीं? जब तक राइट टू प्रॉपर्टी फंडामेंटल राइट रहेगा
अंसारी जी,
तब तक लोग भूखे मरते रहेंगे. आप इधर उधर की बात कर रहे हैं. जो बुनियादी फंडामेंटल इशू है उस पर बहस को ले जाइए.
सुनिए. न एक मिनट सुनिए अंसारी जी. सुनिए अंसारी जी. सुनिए अंसारी जी. अंसारी जी मेरी बात सुनिए. मेरी बात सुनिए. मेरी बात सुनिए अंसारी जी. मेरी बात सुनिए अंसारी जी. मेरी बात सुनिए. आपने बहुत कुछ कह दिया. मैं कुछ कहना चाहता हूं. मैं पूछ रहा हूं, कोई नेता, कोई पूंजीपति का कोई नैतिक अधिकार नहीं होता है. कोई नेता, कोई पूंजीपति का कोई नैतिक अधिकार नहीं होता है कि इस रेट पे खाना उनको सर्व किया जाए. मैं आपको कहता हूं, हर नागरिक ये डिमांड करेगा कि ये जो सब्सिडी आप उनको लोगों को दे सकते हैं तो दीजिए. अपने आप को देने का आपका कोई नैतिक अधिकार नहीं है. आप वापस लीजिए इस सब्सिडी को. आप वापस लीजिए इस सब्सिडी को. मैं कह वापस लीजिए इस सब्सिडी को. कर्नल सुखबीर कुछ कह रहे हैं आपको. कर्नल सुखबीर, आप वापस लीजिए इस सब्सिडी को. वापस लीजिए. कर्नल सुखबीर फ्रॉम दिल्ली. कर्नल सुखबीर. कर्नल सुखबीर फ्रॉम दिल्ली, प्लीज सुनिए.
अंसारी जी प्लीज.
अंसारी जी कर्नल सुखबीर कुछ कह रहे हैं, उनकी बात सुनिए.
First, can we ask your panelists to have basic manners? If someone is speaking, keep quiet. Second, today the only gentleman whom I can recognize is Mr. Brijesh Kalappa. It's not a compliment. Others have been just sent to be part of the argument. Apparently, none of the parties are serious about this issue where they eat subsidized food and children, widows go hungry. Mr. Brijesh Kalappa, I didn't like when you were trying to shout down others while he was making a point. Please. A debate is a debate. Third, I am an ex-serviceman, not very recently, retired in 2008. This debate has given me, you guys can't decide about OROP, you can't look after your children, and your leaders are asking common man to leave their subsidies like cylinder. When you relish and enjoy all things, all scams are courtesy you people. You are hand in glove. Be it any party. This IPL, so-called Lalit Gate, Modi Gate, Watt Gate, Sonia Gate, Vadra Gate, please, the soldiers are looking up to you. Please do not let us down. The OROP business, we least care. But please, our widows, our soldiers, who went back after 15 years, please don't suck them. The God will not forgive you. Sorry, Arnab. They have no basic humanity. Thank you.
Colonel Sukhbir, thank you. You speak for a lot of us, Colonel Sukhbir. It's a question of priorities. I promise you, Colonel Sukhbir, I promise every viewer tonight that with your support we'll start a campaign. Now the government may turn around and say it's a few crore rupees, but the symbolism of that money goes a very long way. We want to see the political class in this country make sacrifices. And let's start with this first sacrifice, because there is something ghastly, there is something unacceptable, and there is something so unequal about this kind of subsidy that they have in the Parliament canteen. I thank you all. I have no more time, but Colonel Sukhbir spoke for a lot of us. I thank him, and I thank you all for joining me on a debate on an issue we will relentlessly pursue. Thank you.